All right, let's talk about teleprompters. I think they can be a great tool for you to use, whether it's recording courses, podcast episodes, YouTube videos. They can be amazing for helping you to really dial in your message so you can say exactly what you want to say. And I have personally used a teleprompter for years. I've got it set up right here. I've highly recommended this teleprompter for several years because it just works really well. You can just slide your phone in there like this to use it. It's very inexpensive, but it does have some downsides that I'm hoping to fix today. You see, I just bought a brand new teleprompter called the Elgato Prompter. It's in this box here behind me. I'm going to unbox it in this video, set it up, and talk to you guys about how amazing this teleprompter is and show you guys why this is such a big upgrade over my previous teleprompter so that you can decide if maybe getting one of these is the right call for you. Like I said, my previous teleprompter has been great. It's the Parrot Padcaster. It costs only about $100 and it clips right onto the front of your camera lens. Now, before I start opening this new teleprompter, let's talk a little bit about using teleprompters just in general. No matter which teleprompter you're using, the big advantage is that you can just really dial in your message. I don't think you want to use a teleprompter for all content that you ever create, but when you just really want to dial in your content, you want to make sure you say things exactly the right way, a teleprompter is the key because you can script out exactly what you're going to say and then read off of it looking at your camera. But there are two big disadvantages to using a teleprompter in general. First of all, it can sound like you're reading. So reading off of a teleprompter into the camera is absolutely a skill that you need to learn. It takes runtime, it takes practice, and it's weird. It's weird at first, but you will get better at it. So that is one of the biggest disadvantages. It could sound like you're reading. Secondly, it can just take a little more work because you have to fully script out what you're going to say first, load it up in your teleprompter, and so on. Now let's talk about why I am upgrading, because I speak highly of the teleprompter that I've used for literally years now. So first and foremost, the biggest reason that I wanted to upgrade to this one is just for an easier overall setup. I am a huge fan of systems. One of my favorite quotes of all time, one that's written on my board over here. So come with me on a journey to the corner of my office. There's my teleprompter, and here we go. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. There's my to-do list for today. And making that system even simpler and easier should be a good thing. So that's the number one reason that I'm upgrading. With my current setup, I actually have to email my script to myself, open my email app on my phone, then copy all the text, move it over to my teleprompter app on my phone. Yes, I do have an Android phone, get over it. And then load it into my device and hit play. With the Elgato Prompter, I'm gonna be able to have this connected to my computer and do everything from my computer. So no more having to load things on my phone, no longer having to email scripts to myself. I can just move things over and then start recording content. The next reason for upgrading is that I can put just about anything onto this teleprompter screen that I want to. It's like another little monitor. So whereas right now with my teleprompter app set up through my phone, I just have text. With this, I could load slides onto it. I could load slides with talking points onto it. So it's a lot more versatile. Another thing I supposedly can load onto it is like my Zoom meeting. So I'm actually looking right at the people that I'm meeting with. That's something interesting I'll test out. Also, a reason I'm upgrading is that apparently that this will work on more camera lenses than my current setup does. So this camera right here that I'm talking to you in right here, this one has my teleprompter on it. But when I move it from this one to say this one, there's a problem. Let's see if you can figure it out. Okay, do you see the lines at the top left and the top right? That's because this is a wider angle lens and we're actually seeing the teleprompter in the corners. So this one should work on more types of lenses without seeing the blackness in the corners. And finally, it does have an auto scroll feature. So if I load a text script into this teleprompter, apparently it will sense my voice and speed up and slow down accordingly. With my last teleprompter, I had to use this handy dandy Bluetooth controller to, if I was getting too far ahead of the script to stop it, or if I messed up, restart. I think that there are some features for automatically handling that stuff that we're gonna test out here shortly. Now, are there any disadvantages to upgrading to this? Well, I haven't actually used it yet, so possibly, but right off the bat, it sounds like a clear choice for an upgrade. If I am going to use a teleprompter, which I've proven to do, I would say the only downside is the price. The Parrot Padcaster that I had before was about $100. This comes in closer to $300. If you want to check it out and see what the latest price is, I'll include a link below in the description of this video. So let's go and open it. I've been holding these scissors forever since I started this, and I'm not sure that I actually need them. I can just pop this out. Oh, here we go, using the scissors. Wow, is that really gonna mount to the front of my camera? I thought it works the same way, but it feels kind of heavy. We'll see. All right, so out of the box, it comes configured to use with an Elgato webcam. So I'm gonna swap out this plate for the one to use with my DSLR camera. All right, so I don't need this back plate that I just took off, and this is to, I believe, mount a webcam to as well, so I shouldn't need that for my particular setup. So I've got my USB cable, my prompter itself, and then these rings that screw into your camera, or I should say they screw into your camera lens. So you got to figure out what size is going to work for your camera lens. I believe mine was 52mm before, so this is a very similar ring that came with my Parrot Padcaster, my previous teleprompter. So there we go, my ring is now installed on the front of my lens. Now I'm going to take the prompter itself and slide it onto my ring. I have to adjust my nice big TV. Okay, I was kind of worried about the weight of it, but I guess it is, for what it is, it's pretty light overall, and it doesn't seem to be impacting my camera very much. Wow, look at that big screen. This is gonna be so nice. All right, next step is to plug it in. So I've got my USB cable, and it plugs into the prompter itself with USB-C, and then old school USB on the other end. All right, so now you are looking at me in this camera through the new Teleprompter, the prompter by Elgato. The next step is for me to download their software and get things set up so I can actually use it. Oh, but one thing I'm noticing right now is that the weight of the prompter, because it is significantly heavier than the Parrot Padcaster I had before, it looks like it actually did bring the angle of the camera down slightly. You see this helmet right there? Go Tigers, by the way, and this plant up here, you could see the wall above those before, so it shifted the camera down, so I'm going to have to readjust my camera a little bit. That's something I haven't done. I haven't adjusted the angle of this camera in a very long time. It's just been mounted to my wall over there. All right, the software is called Elgato Camera Hub, and the setup wizard has completed. So let's go ahead and open up the software. So I fired up the software, and it automatically put this text on the screen of my prompter. I hit play here and it just went at a steady speed, but I see this setting right here, changing it to voice sync. So I need to install something. So I'll go ahead and do that because that's one of the features I'm most excited about. All right, I've got voice sync turned on now. I'm gonna hit play, and then I should be able to start reading from my teleprompter script and it scrolled. This is just text that it was preloaded with inside of the prompter software here. So ready to roll the camera? Whether it's a video script or talking points, Camera Hub and Prompter give you full control over your delivery. Here in text mode, Prompter automatically mirrors anything you enter onto its screen. This way, you can stay on script while maintaining natural eye contact with your audience. With its familiar interface, Camera Hub makes it easy to organize your text. Paste it in text or enter it as you go. Add emojis, bullet points, and line breaks. Separate content into readable chapters. Once your text is entered, add formatting to make it easier to read. Change font and size, adjust background and text colors, fine-tune margins for ideal positioning. You can even adjust opacity to blend text into other background content. Keep experimenting until you find the perfect mix of style and readability. So, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed so far. Let me get that water out of the way. I'm really excited about this feature and it's working pretty well so far. So has this been an easier setup? Absolutely. The prompter is connected to my computer and I can do everything from my computer without having to load things on my phone, walk over there, slide it in, and so on. I wanted the auto scroll. That seems to be mostly working, so I'm excited to try that out even more. And then the other thing I wanted to test out was, you can just supposedly load anything onto the screen. Like for example, a Zoom meeting. Can I put Zoom meeting attendees up there so it looks like I'm actually looking at them from their perspective? So let's go ahead and try that next. I'm in my display settings here and it's actually its own little monitor here. So I should be able to literally drag anything over to this little monitor. So in the software, I'm going to switch from text to display, and then I'm going to drag a Zoom meeting up into the teleprompter, and that is so cool. That is amazing. Wow, that is really, really cool. I love that. It's a great little display there for anything. So I can totally envision putting Zoom meetings up there. I can totally envision putting slides up there. If I'm giving a presentation or a webinar, I can put my slides up there. Maybe I don't have an exact script, or I could make slides with bullet points for some sort of video or presentation or course or lesson. The possibilities are endless, but I have just improved a system in my life. And once again, you do not rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. I could not be more excited about the prompter. Once again, I'll include my Amazon affiliate link to the prompter in the description below if you want to check it out. Hopefully this video has been helpful in, first of all, determining if maybe some sort of teleprompter is right for you. And then secondly, if so, is the Elgato Prompter right for you? If you'd enjoyed this video, check out this one over here next, where I talk about how to get that nice blurry background in your videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you over there in that next video.